Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Divine Light with Sunshine. Scorpios, let's begin. So, right now, Venus is in the placement of Leo, and it's going to be there for a few months. So, the energy is going to be very interesting. So, I wanted to see what exactly is going to come through for Scorpio. So, what can you expect while Venus is in the placement of Leo? What can Scorpios expect when it comes to love? Okay, so we have here a new love. A romantic person has steered your, sorry, a new person has steered your romantic feelings. They might be really, really romantic. The fact that I said it twice. We also have here playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youth spirit of fun to shine. Okay, so the one thing about having a new person, or even maybe it could be an old person that's coming in with some new energy for some of you guys, um when you keep it on very playful, very light, very non, like not having expectations, just knowing that, whatever happens happens, I'm gonna have fun, it's gonna be great, and going in that energy can be very freeing, because when you get too stuck up in your head and you're like, well, is it gonna be like this, are they gonna be like my past, are we gonna do this, I shouldn't do this, eh, it gets too messy, it gets too chaotic and too crazy. And I know, like, personally, it's reminding me of a situation where, like, say you have to go to like an event, right? And you're like, I do not want to go to this wedding. I do not want to go at all. But if you just change your mindset, you know what? I have to go for whatever reason. We'll say you have to go, right? I have to go. I'm going to go. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to find different ways to have fun no matter what happens. And I'm going to really enjoy myself. And when you change your perspective into believing that something positive is going to happen, you actually will naturally find ways of finding more positivity. I can't tell you how many times my friends have dragged me to places and I'm like, I'm a homebody, okay? Like, no. And they'll beg me and I'll go, and then it'd be so crazy because I would end up having such a good time, or I would find different ways. Say example, it was like a club scene instead of it, just being the usual dance stuff. Maybe I met great people and had amazing conversations and really, reflected on that front. So I do feel like recapturing that playful, childlike kind of energy is really going to help you when it comes to romance. It's really going to allow, your spirit to shine when we get older. We get so caught up in the adult life, okay, that we forget to just have fun and just play. Like, I can't tell you the amount of times that I've seen little kids just finding fun out of like nothing, or at least it seems like it's nothing to me. And it's just going out and just playing and just doing whatever, and finding ways to bring happiness, even if it's just playing with a piece of string. That string will be the best string that they've ever had. You know what I mean? It's just finding the best of it. So I do feel like it's almost like take a chill pill, have some fun. You know, allow whatever this connection is that's coming in for you, to be whatever it's going to be. No expectations, um, no titles to it. Just being in the moment of it, because whatever's meant to be for the situation will be. But let's see what else is Venus and Leo placement bringing. We have here action. I do feel like, just because the fact of me bringing up maybe that homebody energy from earlier, um, I feel like maybe there's a lot of times when you're like, I'm not gonna go, or I'm not gonna go do this, or da 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 da. I think it's the time for you to stop being in those moments. Almost like make a monster yourself. You're like, you know what? For the next 5 events I get invited to, I'm gonna go to all five. After that, I'll see about canceling, going back to, hiding away. But I feel like taking action. I don't feel like all of you are hiding necessarily. You're living your life how you want to live your life. But I do feel like there's something in regards to you putting yourself out there, being more free, being being in this light energy. It's almost like by you taking action, you're going towards the sun. If you look here in this card, there's so much clouds, okay, but the sun is trying to peek through. You see that beautiful yellow just trying to come through. And it's also like, when there's certain aspects in our life where we want change, but yet we keep doing the same patterns over and over, then how can change really come? I mean, it may in little different type of scenarios, but majority of the time it ain't moving because you ain't doing nothing new. No tea, no shade, boo. We all do it at some point or another. But I love your next card to come through is new beginnings. Yes, okay. Do you see how the clouds kind of have moved away almost to all the picture? They still have like a little bit at the top here, but the beautiful color is just coming through. So I feel like it's like you're at this stage where maybe your love life isn't going the way you want it to. It's time for you to move away from that darker energy, move towards more light, and that's going to allow the new beginnings to come into your life, because love is meant to be here. It's changing for you, which is so dope, Scorps. Let's see, what else is Venus and Leo bringing in for Scorpio? What can Scorpio expect when it comes to matters of love? Okay, so of course we got to get some dark energy in here, right? We have here darkest fears, giving and receiving, well-deserved reward, and awaiting results. Now, very interesting that out of all four cards, that um, it is a lot of passion, one's fiery energy that's coming through. So I do feel like you also have double nines here too. You're close to a new chapter for sure. Okay, especially with a new beginning, you're right there. Okay, you've been putting in some steps, you've been having some growth, you've been putting in some time. I mean, even with the awaiting results card, if you look here, she's pretty much a tree. Okay, laying her roots, allowing herself to grow, allowing herself to blossom. And even if you look beside where her heart should be, it's an apple. Okay, I doubt that's showing up on camera, but trust me, it's an apple. And I just feel as if it's time for you to, um, reap your rewards. Get what you've been putting time into. It's time for a shift and change when it comes to matters of love. It's time for that you're going to be coming out of the whatever your darkest fear is. I don't know if your fear is that you'll give too much and another person won't give back the same way that you love. Um, but you're going to have victory. You really are going to have victory. I'm feeling such positive vibes from, the new beginnings and the well deserved reward. You are going to be standing up, tall. Fears. Look how beautiful the yellow is coming through in this card. And it's kind of your theme. There's like hints of bright light that's just trying to beam through um for you, and it's almost like whatever you've been doing has maybe been, I don't know if it's dimming your light or just keeping your light kind of just hidden, but I feel like that's changing and that's moving away during this energy. What else does Scorpios need to know in regards to Venus being in this Leo placement? What is it bringing in for them for the matters of love? We have here first the Five of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So what is happening for you is you're getting out of this energy of having conflict in the dreams that you want when it comes to matters of love. Venus and Leo placement is going to be here, like I said, for a few months, and it's really going to help you kind of clear away what is no longer serving you. This dark cloud, this dark energy, and don't get too thinking about me saying the word dark. It's just not, I guess, having the best of luck when it comes to the love spectrum, okay? The subject of love. And I feel like this conflict and this competition, everything is ending. It's ending. You're actually going to get a point where you get to the 10 of Cups. It's very interesting that it's 5 and 10 as well. It's almost like what you thought, because I just heard the word double. Okay, so because if you do 5 plus 5 is 10, right? And what they're trying to say for the word double is what you thought in the past you were gonna get was gonna be this fantastic thing, and it could have been. What you are actually gonna get is 10 times more. It's double. Okay, if you thought you were gonna get like say $5,000, you probably get like 20. You know what I mean? Like it's just okay, that's more than double, but um, it's gonna be more. It's gonna be more, and when that happens, you're gonna really understand it. But right now, there's some things that you're having to do to break away so that you can have these new beginnings and get away from this conflict. Okay, what's the final messages for Scorpio? With Venus in the placement of Leo, what is it bringing in? What can they expect? What do they need to know? That is way too much cards. Wow, free will. Now, one of the things that I always have to deal with as being a reader, and my special gifts, is sometimes I always have to like remind, or actually majority of the time I have to remind people, it's energy. Okay, this is all energy. I could tell you a million times that you're gonna win or get $1 million because you do XYZ. And if the person doesn't do XYZ, you're not gonna get it, right? So with this free will, you have the choice. Do you want to have love in your life and have the partnership you've always dreamed of, or the current connection you have, be better? It's a matter of what are you gonna do about that? Okay, and don't get me wrong. Okay, it takes two. It definitely takes two. But the beautiful thing about the universe is when you level yourself up, and if there's anyone around you that is not on that same level, the universe finds ways to get them out. I cannot tell you how many times where I've held on to a particular person, and not even for love, like just even like a friendship, and I had my reasons why, and and the universe will come in eventually and be like, listen, I gave you time to do this on your own. You didn't do it, so I'm gonna come in and shift it, and has found a way to allow the person to exit my life peacefully and go kick rocks. So with this free will, I just heard the word surrender. You see how and don't worry about the gender, but see how he has his hands just open wide and it's just free, and it's not easy to surrender, especially when you've had bad situation has happened, or whatever it is that's holding you back from achieving that goal. um I don't feel like necessarily love may be fully prominent on your mind. Maybe it's a little bit in the back burner, but it's important enough that it comes up. There's triggering times that happens for you. Sometimes you feel like it's more freeing to be maybe alone. I don't feel like there's much of you that's in a partnership. I feel like there is maybe a few of you that are watching that is already in a partnership with a person. But with this new love and energy, it's a person that you either haven't dated and they're different and you're different when you guys come together, or it's a matter of it's someone in general. But either way, it's a different type of love, a different type of energy. But it only comes by you surrendering and allowing yourself to actually be open to receiving and giving and believing that you can actually have a partnership that is a match to who you are. I just heard you are worthy. Yes, you are, boo. Okay, if you didn't know, now you know. Okay, and if for some reason you've forgotten, repeat it over and over and over. I am worthy. I am worthy. I'm worthy. You can do whatever mantras you want. There's so much power in words. Okay, speaking it, writing it, just throwing it out into the universe. And attracting what it is you want. Don't allow this sabotage type of energy to keep you locked in replaying these dark or these stories, these things that hasn't worked out for you before. Like you see how he has the moons kind of surrounding him almost like it's a crown. Don't worry about the gender, but you are a king, you are a queen. Okay, it's time for you to allow these things to be what it was and let it go, and understand that it is not your future if you choose for it not to be in your future. Okay, um a lot of times, and guilty, No tea, no shade, boo. We all can live in moments of replaying stories in our head and being and believing certain beliefs. I know personally for times where I've believed a belief and didn't think it was going to change. And when it kept happening, I was like, see, look, I told you it was going to happen. But it's just like, because I'm attracting that information or that situation to me, because I have that belief pattern that it's going to play out the same way it has in the past. Getting to a point of lighter energy, freeing, getting maybe away from the chaos. See if you can go next to water. I'm hearing. I don't know if you can see on there, but there's, I don't know if there's an ocean or what, but I can just hear the water, and I feel like the water is going to be very calming for you. Even getting into nature too, almost freeing the mind, changing the beliefs that you have of why something can't work out. And this is for any subject. Change the beliefs of that. And I know it's not easy, okay? It's going to take work. I mean, at the end of the day, if you've been repeating something in your head for 20 years, one little night of doing some work is not always going to get rid of something that's 20 years, okay? There's times where, yeah, you can have those breakthroughs, but really, truly, honey, from my experience, it takes a while sometimes. Okay. But that also can be a belief pattern too. So there's something strongly where I feel like I'm going on and on and on about beliefs. But boom, these sleepless nights, this darkness, fear, this thing of negativity, of things not working out for you, when you're able to release it, and you may not be able to release all of it right away, do baby steps. Do baby steps. Like today, spend 5 minutes trying to do some healing work to release it, or even ask yourself, why do I have this belief pattern? I get it. This thing happened to me when I was like 5, but why are you still carrying it? Really go into questioning and going through the process. And for those of you that feel like you already have, listen, boo, go back, okay? Because when you were saying, when something you did 2 years ago, you're a different person now, okay? You have a different um, mindset. You've experienced different things, okay? So that experience can actually make you maybe uncover things you may have not even known. The healing journey is a journey, okay? As much as we want it to be quick, it's not always like that, boo. But at the end of the day, new beginnings are happening for you when you put in some work. Yeah, the universe is working around things, and I actually feel like even if you hesitate, I feel like the universe is gonna be like, nah, we're gonna pull the rug. And it almost like force you into these scenarios where you have to do some healing, because they want you to have these new beginnings. They're gifting you with love, and it's well deserved. You're worth it. It's heard of I swear there's a commercial. You know what? I think I'm gonna butcher it. I'm not gonna even talk about it. But you're worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. Well deserved rewards. You're a great person, and it's been a long time coming. It was just a matter of, were you ready to receive it or not? And with that is, the choice is up to you. Will you allow it? Oh no, Scorps. We'll see. Guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Much blessings. Be kind to yourself, love yourself, hug yourself, okay? Don't Nobody has to know you do it, okay? Just hug yourself. It is so great and beautiful. You don't need anyone outside of you. You are a beautiful entity. But this boo thing, they're pretty dope though still. Okay. Allow it in. I'm wishing you so much divine light and love. Until next time, it's your girl Sunshine. Deuces.